context to the key races from Super Tuesday.
Joining us this morning is North Carolina Central University law professor Irv Joiner. Dr. Joiner, it appears North Carolina voters want to see another showdown between President Joe Biden and former President Trump. And now we know that Nikki Haley is dropping out of the race. So give us your take on the big wins for Biden and Trump yesterday.
Well, both were very important to the various campaigns. It is going to be a very exciting campaign going into November with the MAGA candidates led by Donald Trump seeking to win and to vindicate his criminal cases in very large respects, running against a wounded Joe Biden, whose age has become a big question for many people, and so there will be a lot of money spent in this campaign. But North Carolina has seen it before. Trump won the last time, and Biden hopes to pull an upset in the upcoming race.
All right, Dr. Joiner, let's move to the governor's race here in North Carolina. Of course, Attorney General Josh Stein, a Democrat, facing off against Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, a Republican. How do you see all that playing out?
Well, this is an interesting campaign. Mark Robinson is running as a surrogate for Donald Trump and is promoting the MAGA campaign, and a lot of divisiveness that's been developed by him over the years, running against a seasoned politician in Josh Stein, who has been a successful attorney general, who was a successful legislator with a long pedigree of civil rights activities here in the state. This will also be a very costly campaign, and it's going to require a strong turnout from either the MAGA side or from the Democratic Party side in order for the candidates to be successful.
And let me ask you finally about the crowded Republican primary for North Carolina's 13th congressional district. It appears to be headed for a runoff, more than a dozen candidates, and no one receiving that 30% threshold. So what happens next?
Yeah, that was a race in which everybody in America wanted to run for, seemingly, but with less than 30%. The race is going to be determined now by the second place finisher, not to make a determination if he will call for a runoff against Kelly Daughtry. May 14th is the date for the runoff election. If a decision is made by that candidate to run off against her, it would seem that he has a good chance, since 70% of the people in that district voted against her. So I would expect that there will be a runoff in that race.
All right, we're of course going to follow it. North Carolina Central Law Professor Irv Joiner. Dr. Joiner, thank you so much for your perspective and your time on the Super Tuesday results.
Okay.